Hi everyone, I'm Sam, I'm one of the coaches here at Northlinks Active. Today I'm going to take you through a 30-minute high intensity interval training set using just your body weight, just a bit of floor space needed. You can use a mat if you want because we are going to do some floor work. We've got 8 different exercises. We're going to do 4 rounds altogether. It's going to be 30 seconds work followed by 15 seconds recovery. Okay? I want to keep the heart rate nice and high, I want to keep moving, I want to keep active and get a nice full body workout in. Okay, ready to go. We're going to start the first set off fairly slow, okay, just to get warmed up, use it as a warm-up tool, and then we can add a little bit more intensity and finish off with a cool down at the end. Okay, round 1 is going to be body weight squats. Here we go.
Starting session.
Okay, we're going to start in 10 seconds. You want to get a nice squat stance, keep the chest up, keep your back straight, and we've got 30 seconds of body weight squats coming. We're going to drop down nice and low, use them arms for a bit of balance, sink the hips back and down, and just keep a nice even tempo for this first round. Like I said, I want to use it a bit like a warm-up. Halfway through, so we're dropping into a nice deep squat, hips, knees and ankles, keeping that core braced every time. Okay, good. So that's round 1 done. We have 15 seconds rest. Transition to the floor, ready for some abs. I'm going to go into a crunch. So hands on temples, feet flat to the floor. We'll crunch up, looking towards the knee line. So we're not going for a full sit up. We're just bracing your core, drawing in your belly to your spine, lifting that upper back. We're halfway through. Some nice basic crunches. That's good. Feet onto the floor for a bit of grip. Last few seconds. And relax there. Okay. From there, we're going to switch into a prone position. You can do this on straight arms, flat palms, or onto your elbows. And we're doing plank taps with your toes. So more core work. I'm just going to tap the feet to the side. Just left leg, right leg. Small taps. So this is the more traditional plank. You can, if you want to, go up into straight arms and go for the taps that way. So we've got a little bit of hip mobility, shoulder strength, core strength, keeping your back flat. Last few seconds. Okay, next one, a bit more floor space, more dynamic movements, picking up that heart rate a bit more, going for a big lunge step forward. Hands on hips, or out for some balance if you need to. So we're going to lunge forward, push the floor away, and then change sides. So alternating them legs, making sure once we've done the step, we then do lunge down to the floor. Halfway through, getting a nice 90-degree bend, single footwork. It's always good to have a nice mixture between double leg movements like squats into singles like lunges. Okay, good. Back to the floor. We're going to go leg raises next. So back into core, arms by your side, lower back push down, head nice and flat. We're going to start with bent legs. I'm going to do a single tap down and then change sides. Well, a nice sort of tabletop leg position. And I will show you some more advanced moves. Like I said, we're using this as a bit of a warm-up, but we can go into different squats, different lunges, different leg raises, different planks. We can sort of adapt it, progress it, make it more challenging. And relax there. Okay, push-ups next. So we'll go for a nice press up. Got plenty of different versions for this one as well. Traditional press up is flat palms, spread fingers, under shoulders, and we're getting them elbows bent, pushing the floor away. Nice straight body. So we don't let the hips dip. We don't stick the bum up in the air. We're on your toes. pushing away into chest, triceps and shoulders. If you need to, feet down, but you still want a nice bit of body weight there. So make sure the knees are back, you've got a nice angle, and you're still getting a nice push in. Okay, good. 2 more rounds to go. Now we're going into hamstrings and glutes. So we're going to go onto your back, hands by your side, bring your heels really close to the backs of your legs so you can get plenty of height and get a nice bridge. Hips go as high as you can, squeeze at the top, and then lower back down, but don't tap the mat. You want to keep elevated, lift up all your spine as well, and get up onto them shoulders. You're pushing the floor away through the heels. Good. And get a nice squeeze at the top. Using your hips to get a nice hinge. Last few. Okay, good. And then the last one, this one's going to be a static exercise, which is a good time to catch your breath. You can even grab your drink on this exercise. We're going to go for a 90-degree wall sit, static hold. So find a bit of wall space, shoulder width, slide down to 90 degrees, hands off your knees, and we're just going to hold it here with a nice high chest, core braced, strength through your quads, feet flat to the floor. So this is some isometric work. Another 15 seconds, hold it still. It's a good time to catch your breath as well from all them reps and more movement. Okay, this is more static. Still strength, still hard work, but we get a bit of recovery in there as well. Okay, so that's round 1 done. So now we're going to repeat them for another 3 rounds, and I'll show you some adaptations as well. Okay, back to body weight squats. So we can go a little bit faster now. I'm obviously doing this without the music, but you can just put some nice motivational music on. Maybe something with a fairly high beats per minute to keep you moving, keep you active, keep you motivated. Let's get them body weight squats in, keeping that balance, keeping your form every time. Okay, good. Back to crunches, back to abs. So onto the floor, legs tucked in. Core is braced, hands to temples, we don't want swinging arms. We want to keep it controlled and then relax. Brace at the top, then relax. Get a nice crunch in. If you wanted to make this one a little bit harder, you could go for a C crunch, which is like a double crunch, where we also raise your legs, then down. Raise your legs, then down. So we're meeting in the middle, getting that double crunch in, tucking in tight. Okay, good. Then we're back to the plank. So remember, you can do this straight arms or bent elbows, okay, and we're going for them toe taps, a little bit of movement. So straight arms will be here. You want to make sure them palms, remember, are under your shoulders. So it's supporting your body weight, working your shoulders, keeping your form, working your core. And then the same if you're doing bent elbows, under the shoulders, everything's nice and straight, so we're not dipping the hips, we're not sticking the bum up, we're staying nice and flat, keeping the form of the plank. Okay, good. Next one, back to lunges, so back up onto our feet. Remember, these are dynamic lunge steps, single leg work, bit of balance, bit of explosive power. We're going to step and lunge, push away through the quads. Step and lunge, push away through the quads. If you look at my upper body, it doesn't really move. It stays nice and tall. So we're not doing this sort of stuff, okay? We're staying tall. Use the hips, use the knees, keep your form. Get a nice sweat on. Burn some calories. Okay, good. Next one, leg raises. So back onto the floor, onto the mat. Okay, so we did singles last time. So we kind of did single leg raises, where we kept our legs elevated off the ground, but we also bent our knees. So it's kind of fairly easy, this one. To advance it, you could go for like a double shootout. Okay, so you've still got the tuck, but we're going to go from double legs out to in. Core braced, use the weight of your legs to train your abs. Good. Last few. And relax. Okay, next one, into push-ups. So remember, you can do this on your knees or your toes. If you want plenty of body weight, going through them shoulders, through them chest muscles, working the triceps as well. So about hands at about shoulder width, lower down, push the floor away. If you want to, you can sort of add a bit more pace now. Really get your reps in. You kind of aim to almost tap your nose to the floor. Everything's nice and flat, nice and straight like a plank. Same again if you want to do it on your knees. Still got that body weight going through the body. Okay, good. Next one, glute bridges. This one's like quite a nice bit of recovery, especially after press-ups. Tucking them knees in, tucking them heels in, hands by your side, head back, glute bridge up, squeeze at the top, ease it down, but keep your body weight up. So don't fully relax to the floor. Getting that squeeze. If you wanted to advance this one, you could do singles, you could do alternating, so you could change sides, getting that same hip thrust, that same drive, or you can maybe just do one leg and then do the other leg next interval. Okay? So this is a good time to catch your breath. You can always grab your drink, shoulder width stance, ready for that wall squat. So with that isometric hold, slide yourself down, get your balance, keep your form. Just start to feel that bit of a burn, bit of an ache, especially through your thighs, through your quads. Another 15 seconds, keeping your spine pushed against the wall. This is going to take us to halfway. Altogether, we're working for about 25 minutes. Bit of a cool down at the end, bit of a stretch off. Okay, good. So now we're going to loosen them legs back off. We go from the static hold back into the movement. I'll show you sideways. Round 3. Down, up. If you wanted to make this one harder, you could add a bit of a jump and turn it into like a jump squat, or you could slow it down and then add a heel raise for the calves. Down, calves. Upper legs, lower legs. Okay? Just give you more dynamic, more plyometric, and add some jumps. You could really reach up into the whole body. Okay? Or you can keep it slow. Next one, back to crunches. So remember, we advance this one into more of a C crunch, more of a double crunch. So option 1, just the upper body crunching. Look into that knee line, bracing in your core, pushing your lower back to the floor. Option 2, a little bit of a leg raise, still keeping the knees tucked, rounding up, kind of tucking up into a ball really, so we're not lifting the full spine up like we would do for a sit-up. Okay, good. Then back to plank. Remember, straight arm or bent arm. You can add some different leg movements for this one. So before I was doing the toe taps, rather than singles, you could go for jumping jack doubles, so jack legs. So a bit more springy, more movement, more coordination. Okay? You could even go for tucks, so you're getting that top abdominal oblique crunch, pulling that knee to elbow. Or you could even go for Spider-Man style, out to the sides, more hips wide. And remember, you can do them on your elbows as well. Okay, next one, lunge steps. Should we add a little bit more movement with this one? More joints, more movement, more calorie burn. So we started off doing lunge steps like this. If you wanted to, you could add a bit of an arm reach, push back, front raise, push back. Okay, halfway. So working them legs. And with a lot of these exercises, you can add some load as well. You could hold dumbbells, you could hold weight plates, you could use some bands. You can always add a bit of equipment if needed. Okay, down for leg raises. Nice and flat. So we went from singles to doubles. More traditional this time. From your hips, straight legs, just working up and down. So they're all just little changes, little variations. You haven't got to go for like a totally different exercise every time. It can just be a slight change through the joint, through the way you hold yourself, hitting some different angles, long legs, bent legs, up, down, side to side, round and round, crossovers, working them same muscle groups. Okay, good. Next one, push-ups. Okay, so push-ups can be a hard one for some people, so I'm going to show you a different way of doing it. You can work on just the eccentric phase of the push-up. So that means you go into a straight arm plank, lower yourself slowly down, relax, back up onto your knees, start again. Slowly down, back onto your knees, start again. Okay? So that's another way. Or just go back to the traditional ones, using that chest, shoulders and triceps, or easing them knees down. Okay, good. So there's a few push-up variations. Easier one now, remember you can do singles for these if you wish. Into glute bridges. Hips go up, squeeze the glutes to the top, ease down, keep a gap at the bottom. Options to do singles. I've got a timer on my watch, so it tells me when I get to halfway. So I could stick to this side for 15 seconds, there's the beep, and then swap the other side for 15 seconds. So more single leg focus, or stick with the doubles. Good. Okay? And then the last one before we go into the final round. Back to the wall squat. I'll show you another alternative, especially if you haven't got wall space. Cores on, arms out for balance, down and sit and hold. So if you're a bit tight on space, just try an air squat. Hold it here, 90 degrees, chest up, arms stretched, another 15 seconds, and then we're into your final round, last sort of 6-minute round, then it's cool down time. Good. Bit of a shake off. So final round, you can really go for it, really step it up for this one. Sweating, heart rate high. Let's finish off strong. Back to squats. Down, same depth, same angle, keeping your form, especially when we start to tire, when we start to fatigue, form's important. Bracing your core at the bottom. Another option for these could be split squats, a bit like a lunge, but feet stay still, and then you change sides. Or you can stick with the doubles. Okay, crunches. So, option for this one could be going to more of a traditional sit-up. So rather than a small crunch like this, we could go for more of a full sit-up, then back down. Lift the spine, then back down. Glue your feet into the floor, grip through the bottoms of your trainers. Nice bend through the knee. We don't want the arms swinging all over the place. Keep them fixed here. So the core's doing all the work. Last few seconds. Good. Okay. Into that plank. So we went through quite a lot of different ones. I'll show you a real tough one. I'm just going to go into your press-ups as well a little bit. So this is a plank walk-up. Straight arms, down to elbow, down to elbow. Push the floor away, back up to palms. Change that side, so you're not always pushing off the same one. Dipping down, changing, swapping. Okay? If that was too hard, feel free to go back to crunches, back to Spider-Mans, back to toe taps, back to jacks, back to straight arms, or you can even just hold it. Just keep it static and hold it for 30 seconds. Okay? Getting there, nearly there. Feeling it. Lunge steps. So we added the arms, we added the front raises. So we're dropping down, pushing away. Dropping down, pushing away. Good. So you can always pick up the pace. You can always slow it right down and go nice and deep. Like I said before, you can add some load, you could add some weights. You could link it with bicep curls, dumbbell front raises into shoulders, dumbbell lat raises into shoulders, or just keep your body weight. Good. Leg raises. Nice deep breaths in. I'll show you a few different alternatives. We'll go for straight legs. We did singles last time, a bit like flutter kicks. You could slow it right down and go for doubles. You could do a tuck and then a lift and go for a bottoms up. Okay? You go crossovers, crossing over and under. Or you can even go rotations. Draw a circle with your toes. Maybe go 15 seconds clockwise, 15 seconds anti-clockwise. Really work the core, hitting different angles. Okay? Push-ups. The tough one. Remember, knees or toes. Or just work on the way down, kneel on the way up. So before, we worked our way down, took the body weight off, knelt back up, started again. Okay? You could do the opposite, so you could do a full push-up, up, then knees down. Full push-up, up, knees, then down. Okay? So you can work it either or. Let's finish off with push-ups. All the way through to the end. Easy one coming up next. Good. The last two. Glute bridges. So when you do 15 seconds one, it's 15 seconds the other, alternating, or just the doubles. This could also be a static one, where you just hold it. Hold it high, add the squeeze. You can get a bit more height, add a bench or add a step to get them legs a bit higher. Or you go for them singles, swapping sides, keeping it moving, thrusting them hips up. Last few seconds. Marching. Good. And then final one. Wall sit. Deep breaths in. With this one you can change the distance of your legs. You can go for more of a sumo squat, go wider and really hold it here. So we're going to work some different leg muscles, hit some different angles, but we're still keeping the deep squat, still keeping the back straight, or back to how we started. Sit and hold, deep breaths in, last bit of leg work, core's on, and then we're stretching off, we're cooling down. Good work. Okay, well done. Heart rate should be high, should be sweating. Nice full body workout. A lot of core focus, a lot of leg focus. And we've got them press ups in as well for that upper body. The last couple of minutes, I'm just going to go through some basic floor stretching. Grab yourself a drink. Good work. Okay, nice full body stretch off. Arms long, legs long, deep breaths in. Just relax and stretch out. Make yourself as long as you can go on the floor. From there, single leg, squeeze and tuck it into the body, and then rotate your ankle. About 5 turns each way. And then relax out. Change the side. And then relax out. This time, arms come wide, both knees tuck up to 90 degrees, and then we twist to one side, stretching out the lower back. Slowly pull to the other side, and the main thing here is keeping the shoulders down, so we get a nice torso twist for them back muscles. Then lower back down. Single leg, underhand grip on the thigh, extend and pull back, feet on the back of the leg for the hamstring. Lower down, change sides, get a nice bit of grip. And then lower down. Okay, we're going to lean to the side, grab your laces, pull your foot back into a quad stretch. And then we'll do the same, the opposite side. Roll over, and then tuck. And relax. Okay, hands and knees. We'll go to a nice spine and shoulder stretch. Push your bum back, stretch down into your heels, into the floor. And then we'll rock all the way forward, keeping your arms straight into that cobra stretch, into your abs. And then bend, and let's finish off into a stand. So side bend, wide legs, arms by your side, slide down one side, then reach over for a deeper pull. Back up to the top, change sides. Back up to the top, stretching out your chest by holding your hands together and then lifting your arms upwards, retracting your shoulder blades. Getting that squeeze. And relax. Shoulder stretch across the chest. Pull it and hold. Then change. And then last one, we'll do the back of your arms. Bit of triceps, bend, push and hold. Extend and swap to finish. And then final bit. Arms by your side, give it a few rolls to release that tension, forwards and backwards. And that's 30 minutes, high intensity HiiT training, full body workout, ticked off, done.